They gave me 48 hours to abandon my land, their smug faces framed by tailored suits and gleaming SUVs. The HOA president, Cassandra Holt, shoved papers in my face. "These render your little farm worthless," she sneered. Her cronies chuckled as I scanned their forged documents. What didn't they know? Forging the state land commissioner's signature is a felony, and that commissioner is me. By nightfall, they'd rue the day they crossed me. Their scheme wouldn't just collapse, it'd torch their careers, drain their wallets, and shred their reputations. I'm about to school these elitists on what happens when they underestimate a simple farmer who knows every land law in the state. Buckle up for a takedown of corrupt HOA tyrants that'll leave you speechless. The fence appeared overnight, blocking 3 generations of my family's legacy. The Crestwood Estates HOA meeting was held in their polished community center, a far cry from my weathered farmhouse a quarter-mile away. The agenda listed boundary enhancements, but I sensed trouble. My grandfather called it city folk nonsense. I called it harassment. Inside, 30 residents filled the pristine hall. My muddy boots left faint marks on their marble floor, drawing stares. I nodded politely, ignoring their judgment, and sat in the back. Cassandra, with her flawless blonde bob, tapped her pen at 7 o'clock sharp. "Let's begin," she declared, her gaze lingering on me with a tight smile. "We have a guest, Mr. Carter from the neighboring property." Her tone implied my farm was a blight. I stayed calm, though my stomach churned. As state land director, I'd faced snobs like her before, but their disdain for my calloused hands never stung less. The meeting droned through pool schedules and mailbox designs until Cassandra's eyes gleamed. "Now, our security enhancement proposal." Her PowerPoint showed an iron fence cutting off my farm's only paved road. My jaw clenched, but I held steady. This wasn't an inconvenience, it was war. "The gate will use key cards for residents only," Cassandra said, "to curb undesirable traffic." Nods followed, though some looked uneasy. Retiree Tom Grayson spoke up. "Doesn't that road access Carter's farm?" "What's the plan?" Cassandra waved him off. "That's not our concern, Tom. His property isn't ours, and it's dragging down our values." When I stood, the room tensed. "I'm Ethan Carter," I said evenly. "My family's farmed that land for 3 generations. That road is my legal right-of-way. Blocking it is illegal." Cassandra's smile turned icy. "Mr. Carter, this is a private community. We secure our roads as we see fit. Try that dirt trail north of your farm, it suits your profession." Laughter erupted. I burned but stayed composed. "That trail's impassable in rain, as your lawyer should know." Her husband, Leonard Holt, avoided my eyes. The vote passed despite my protest, with only Maria Lopez, a single mom, opposing. After, Cassandra gloated. "Construction starts next week, Mr. Carter. Get used to that trail. It's not personal, just different standards. You're just a farmer." I nodded, hiding a smirk as I left. Outside, I called my deputy, Rachel Kim. "It's go time for plan." Cassandra thought she'd won. She had no clue I'd been ready for this for 2 years. My family's 100 acres, bought during the Depression, thrived through sustainable farming. When Crestwood was built 15 years ago, my father hoped for peace. But their fences had other plans. In my state office, Rachel and I reviewed the 30-year lease that Crestwood's developer, Maxwell Sterling, signed during a housing crisis. It expired in 3 months, and Sterling never told buyers their homes sat on leased state land. Worse, their fence encroached on a protected state forest. Rachel showed me a video from Maria, recorded at a fancy restaurant. Cassandra and Sterling plotted to seize my farm for Crestwood Villas, with Sterling boasting about faking lease extensions. I forwarded it to Rachel. "File this. We need the governor's lease confirmation." The next day, a notice in my mailbox demanded I use the dirt trail in 48 hours. I photographed it, documenting their encroachment. Rachel urged me to act, but I waited. We need undeniable proof of fraud and obstruction. This was personal. Cassandra's scorn for farmers hit deep. On Monday, Sterling's crew built the fence, with Cassandra overseeing in designer heels. I recorded everything, noting posts on state land. Maria filmed from her window, her media skills capturing it all. She'd faced Cassandra's snubs for her heritage and was all in. That night, Tom relayed Cassandra's gloating at an HOA meeting, where Sterling pitched villas on my soon acquired land. Leonard, sweating, researched the lease after a colleague's tip. By Wednesday, the 8-foot fence stood, forcing me onto the muddy trail. I stayed quiet, fueling Cassandra's arrogance. Maria caught a damning video of Cassandra, Sterling, and a councilman planning to backdate lease papers. Rachel confirmed the lease's expiration with no extensions. Then, Cassandra sued me, alleging my farm violated new zoning, demanding a forced sale at half value. The lawsuit, sloppy and aggressive, screamed Cassandra's influence. In court, I wore jeans and a flannel, earning Cassandra's smirk. Leonard paled, recognizing Rachel from state meetings, whispering to Cassandra, "Do you know who he is?" Judge Evelyn Harper, a no-nonsense veteran, presided. Cassandra's team painted me as a nuisance, showing doctored photos. I stayed calm. When my turn came, I presented surveys proving the fence sat on state land, blocking my easement. "I verify these as state land director," I said, showing my credentials. The room erupted. Cassandra's face froze. I revealed Crestwood's expiring lease and played Maria's videos of their fraud. Sterling tried to flee but was stopped by the state police Rachel had called. Judge Harper halted proceedings, ordered the fence removed in 48 hours, and referred the case for criminal investigation. Outside, Cassandra cornered me, livid. "You tricked us, pretending to be a farmer." I met her gaze. "I am a farmer and the director. You assumed my job defined my worth." Leonard pulled her away, admitting their homes were at risk. News spread, and Crestwood's HOA meeting exploded. Leonard admitted Sterling's deceit, revealing my authority. Tom called out their irony in mocking the man who held their fate. Maria exposed Cassandra's bullying, sparking division. Desperate, Cassandra trekked the muddy trail to my farmhouse, humbled. I offered tea. "I could end Crestwood," I said, "but I propose a land trust. Residents keep homes, but the land stays public, with an agricultural center instead of villas." Cassandra, stunned, asked why. "It's about community, not revenge. But you must resign and apologize." She agreed, voice breaking. The governor backed my trust model, preserving homes with lease fees and affordability rules. The eastern land became the Crestwood Agricultural Center. At its opening, kids explored gardens as Cassandra, now in a condo, watched. Facing probation, she admitted it wasn't her vision, but she worked. I told her, "Land teaches us what matters. Yours was status, mine's community. The land chose." Victor faced fraud charges, exposing a corrupt network. Leonard aided the trust pro bono, earning respect. Maria led the center's outreach, connecting kids to farming. Tom expanded community gardens. As I watched kids plant seeds, I knew my family's legacy had reshaped Crestwood for good. What do you think? Was Cassandra's comeuppance fair, or did Ethan go too far? Drop your thoughts below. Let's debate justice, pride, and community. Share this story if it fired you up, and hit subscribe for more epic showdowns.